Greetings, everyone. Stephen Donaco here with our daily Feeling Connected meditation, because social distancing doesn't have to isolate us energetically. So the theme for today's meditation is we are transceivers of evolutionary messaging. We are transceivers of evolutionary messaging. So with that, we come together, come into this shared space, co-create this meditation sanctuary as a collective, and invite everyone to become present, fully present, still, agreeing with yourself and with all of us in this collective, whether you're here live or listening to the recording, making the agreement to release and let go of any anxieties, racing thoughts, any focus unnecessarily on to-do lists, things of that nature. And simply taking the time to be here now, to be present. Honoring yourself by taking the time for this period of rest, as well as of focus and intention. So I just invite you to sit up a little straighter in your chair, not to strain, but just to allow your body to be comfortably present and alert. Take a nice deep breath into your belly. Hold it at the top for a moment. And release with a sigh. Roll your shoulders a bit. Just feel yourself embodied here in the moment. When we spend a lot of time in our minds, we can easily forget about the body, our embodied self. And perhaps the most effective way to feel grounded and here in the present is just to be aware that we are spirit incarnate, that we inhabit these vessels called bodies, and feel the gravitational pull of the earth holding you on the spot where you're seated. Rest assured, you're not floating away. Just honoring the shared experience we have as earthlings, as human beings, as conscious beings, feeling connected to the earth, at one with the planet and of the planet. And because this is a shared phenomenon, we can then use this feeling connected to the earth as a proxy for feeling connected to one another. And as you ponder that, I invite you to find some small comfort in that as a truth. Feeling connected, sharing our connection to the planet. For we are never alone. The theme of our meditation is we are transceivers of evolutionary messaging. So a transceiver is both a transmitter and a receiver all in one unit. And indeed, this is our divine design as conscious beings. We both are transmitters, putting our thoughts and energy, our expression, our work out into the world, into the field of our omni-connection, manifesting our talents and the genius with which we've been endowed and manifesting that as action in the world. So we are transmitters in that sense. And let us not forget, we are also receivers, that we can open our hearts and our minds to be fed by the field of our omni-connection, to receive the generative intentions of others, to be encouraged by others, and indeed in the material world, to be helped by others, to come into co-creative partnership. And we let go of any notion that we have to do everything ourselves. Because the truth is, we are truly interdependent. And really no one man or woman lives on an island. We're absolutely interconnected and interdependent, and we choose to take this moment in meditation to ponder more deeply into that as a truth. So we are indeed transceivers. Transceivers of evolutionary messaging. So as we come and gather in this meditative sanctuary, and we ponder the gifts with which we've been endowed, our genius, our talents, our skills, our generative intentions. We are doing this on behalf of evolution. So as we communicate with others, as we communicate out in the world, as we listen to messages coming to us, we do it through an evolutionary lens. We certainly don't deny the appearances of anxiety, of strife, of worry, or of suffering during these times. Choose not to be tone deaf to what's happening in the material world. And we stand on a higher ground of consciousness. And we make the conscious choice to show up, to be our best selves in the moment. And in this moment, invite you to attune to that evolutionary nature in yourself. And in these very emotional times that we feel in the field of the planet, we all know it can be very easy to regress into the anxiety and the worry and the fear, and there is no blame to be had for that. For after all, we are human, and we share the experience of being human with everyone on the planet in some way. And we attune to that, and we naturally attune to any afflictive emotion or energy necessarily, because it's important for us to be informed. And there's no way as evolutionary beings that we can be compassionate without feeling in some way the affliction of the planet, of humanity on the planet. And we choose a higher way. So we are transceivers of evolutionary messaging, transmitting and receiving, opening our hearts and our minds, and expressing from a center of conscious generative intention. So let us take this way of being, this intention, this truth, and meditate upon it for a few moments in the silence. We are transceivers of evolutionary messaging. For we are never alone. Feeling connected. Feeling our omni-connection to the planet and to one another in the field of humanity. Opening our hearts and minds to the flow of transmitting and receiving generative intentions. Choosing to be informed by the appearances in the material world and to judge with the right judgment. To show up in an evolutionary way. To be not just encouraging, but to be encouragement. To be more than loving, but to be love itself. To be more than peaceful, and to be peace itself. To be evolutionary, and to be evolution itself. Now begin to bring your awareness back to your embodied self. Become attuned to your breathing rhythm, feeling the inhale, the expansion of your chest and belly as you draw in the breath, and the contraction as you exhale. Feeling your feet firmly planted on the ground below. Feeling connected to the earth with and through your body. Feeling the air circulating in the room, the temperature, and just becoming fully present and aware of your embodied self in the moment. And when you're ready, open your eyes, be here and be aware right now. So thank you for joining me in our daily Feeling Connected meditation, because social distancing doesn't have to isolate us energetically. Remember, we are never truly alone, so keep up your own consciousness practice of feeling connected. Blessings of peace, health, and namaste.